Coming up next on BG24 News.
A simple investigation into counterfeit merchandising becomes a complex FBI investigation. We'll tell you why national authorities are investigating a Bowling Green store owner.
And a Bowling Green Walmart is selling alcohol for the first time. We'll tell you how this superstore sidestepped an 80-year-old policy.
And university faculty are bracing for big cuts. We'll tell you what members of the administration and faculty are staying.
And a look at your Black Swap weather forecast and BG24 sports. Welcome to your campus and community connection.
Wood County's live local news starts right now. This is BG24 News, live at 5:30.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Parminder Bunga.
And I'm Madeline Fenning. Our top story tonight. The FBI is trying to find out how a Bowling Green store owner convicted for manslaughter got a hold of assault rifles and ammunition. The FBI found Richard Schmidt's storehouse of weapons late last month after he was arrested. They were found inside his store, Spindletop Sports Zone, and inside several nearby trailers. They found 18 assault weapons, high-capacity magazines, and more than 40,000 rounds of ammunition. FBI documents show that Schmidt has ties to a neo-Nazi movement. Evidence suggests that Schmidt might have been planning attacks against Jewish and civil rights groups in Detroit, Michigan. Some of Schmidt's customers are shocked at these findings.
Well, I was really surprised because I thought he was a very good man. He was a quiet person, but I thought he was very good. He was a very good person for this mall.
The weaponry was discovered when Schmidt was charged with selling counterfeit goods from China.
A judge has ordered 2 high schoolers to meet with a university coach for scribbling racist graffiti on a sidewalk near his house. Prosecutors are working to set up a meeting between basketball coach Louis Orr and the 2 male teens. They were charged with ethnic intimidation and criminal mischief late last year. Authorities say the pair wrote white power and drew a swastika in October. The 2 teens will return to court on February 14th.
Some familiar university faculty members will vanish from classrooms this fall. The university announced last week that 100 faculty jobs will be cut. Reporter Jacqueline Gideon joins us with how the cutbacks could affect you. Jacqueline?
Thanks, Madeline. The administration says you won't notice an extreme change in class size, but some faculty say they are concerned they will not be able to give students the proper individual attention.
Bowling Green students will notice the decrease in professors in classes by next fall. The school will be eliminating positions based on those leaving, retiring, and on one-year contracts. After reducing the number of faculties, the ratio of student to faculty will go from 18:1 to 20:1. Provost Rodney Rogers says he does not think the students will see dramatic differences.
Because we are committed to providing that high-quality experience. And this benchmarking and this balancing that we're doing is to ensure that we recruit and we can retain very strong faculty at Bowling Green.
Rogers says the goal is to provide better compensation for faculty. Another goal is to have enough professors to continue to offer more class choices. Some believe that the university officials are not making students' education a priority.
We're taking a bigger hit than other universities suggests that we didn't engage in that process very well.
Professor Andrew Shockett says the process was negotiations between the university and the state for funding. He believes the university did a poor job.
And rather than having engaged in that process well, or managing it, or admitting that we're taking this big hit, a bigger hit than other universities, the university administration has decided just to take that big hunk of money out of education.
The money will total just over $5 million.
The Firelands campus in Huron, Ohio will experience faculty cuts as well. Reporting live in the studio, I'm Jacqueline Gideon.
With news of faculty cuts, some students are concerned about losing their favorite instructors. One of those instructors is the director of a learning community based in Cole Hall. Despite these worries, reporter Lucas Stahl says this instructor is more concerned about the learning community than his job.
Bowling Green State University's education program is placed in the top 130 in the nation. Many students participate in the interactive Echo learning community in Cole Residence Hall. But will this program withstand the test of university cuts?
Echo is a learning community for education majors who are from any of the areas in education. So art education, early childhood, middle childhood, intervention services, all education majors. And it is to better prepare them for the classrooms and communities they're going to go into. So what ECHO stands for is, it's ECCO, and it's Educators in Context and Community.
ECHO is unlike any other education program and is the only interactive teaching program offered at the university.
So for me, ECHO is like where we get a sense of family, whereas in we're all together and we get to grow with each other along the way. And so more than that, you also get to go into the classroom, so do different things like that. So we actually get to know if we really want to be a teacher and what context we actually want to teach in. So we actually get the sense of what's going on before most teachers get the chance to do it.
Cuts for the university are currently underway, mostly pertaining to faculty, and for programs such as ECHO that rely heavily on staff and student interaction, the concern is now how effective the program will be in the future if staff are gone.
They want to keep me here, they want ECHO here, but in all of these cuts, I could be cut. And that could come in two forms. You know, the position could be cut, but I don't think anybody's talking that way. What is more realistic is that my responsibilities affiliated with ECHO could be minimized, and I may need to take on other responsibilities. And
the staff is very highly involved with ECHO, and when that can't be, it falls back on some of the student like organizations inside ECHO, like the executive board, which has not had that sort of responsibility really, so we will see how that goes.
All the program can do now is prepare and hopefully adapt to the upcoming changes. Reporting for BG24 News, I'm Lucas Stahl.
The ECHO Learning Community used to be called Partners in Context and Community, or PCC. The name was changed to ECHO in 2011.
Coming up next.
The Ohio Department of Health says the number of flu-related hospitalizations tripled last month. Hear how you can avoid this year's relentless virus.
And Bowling Green's Walmart started selling alcohol this month. But what was the holdup? We'll tell you after this break.
First a cough, then a fever, and before you know it, you have the flu. Reporter Christina Hepner says Residence Life is taking precautions to help both the healthy and the sick.
It's that time of year again. The weather is getting colder and the flu season has approached. But is this flu more relevant than in past years?
If we look at a couple years ago when H1N1 came out, that was a real big deal because of the severity of the illness. So this flu doesn't seem to be quite as severe in terms of that, although there are multiple hospitalizations, perhaps not quite as many deaths. But the thing about this flu this year is its prevalence. It's really affecting a lot more numbers than it has in the last 2 years.
The flu is indeed here, and campus is on board to help keep students healthy. The Health Center has given resident advisors these masks to give to students who may be feeling sick. They are also advising these students to put on hand sanitizer before touching items such as a door handle. Students are also using their own remedies to keep from getting sick.
Well, I wash my hands, I try to eat healthy, I take zinc if I start feeling sick, and that usually helps.
The Health Center is advising that everyone gets a flu shot, and they are available through walk-in appointments. Reporting for BG24 News, I'm Christina Hepner.
The Centers for Disease Control also recommend getting a flu shot. Pregnant women, children, and the elderly are especially encouraged to get the vaccination.
In community news tonight, Walmart is allowed to sell alcohol for the first time in 80 years. Reporter Megan Gallagher tells us how the decision was made.
Students and residents in the city of Bowling Green alike probably travel to the Walmart on Gypsy Lane quite often to buy their everyday needs. However, beer and wine were not Walmart items until a recent Board of Elections vote in November of 2012.
Basically, the process for Walmart is they come in and take out petitions. They have to get a certain number of signatures from their precinct based on the last number that voted for governor. And that number is calculated out. Once they get signatures, then we verify that they're registered voter signatures in the precinct, and if they have a sufficient number, then that issue then is placed on the ballot.
The reason for the petition was due to the precinct that Bowling Green Walmart was built in. This precinct was deemed dry after the Prohibition Act in 1933, and Walmart decided to change this by putting in the petition.
When I'm grocery shopping, I can just grab a 12-pack or a case, and I don't have to stop at the gas station. I can just pick it up right here.
We have, obviously, might have personal opinions upon it, but at the board, we're just trying to get the voters to have the results come out in the way that they want.
Reporting for BG24 News, I'm Megan Gallagher.
Walmart officials tried to carry alcohol at a store in Georgia late last year, but they were turned down because of an ordinance that bans the sale of alcohol within 600 feet of a church or school.
Coming up next,
gender-neutral housing has been approved by Residence Life for the fall semester. We'll tell you how it will work.
Now, Wood County's live local forecast with BG24 Black Swamp weather.
Good evening, Wood County. I am Dale Summers here with your weather. It is currently 21 degrees outside, and even with the sun that's there, it still feels like 21 degrees. Winds are coming in between west and southwest at 2 miles per hour. Tonight's forecast, we will see a drop in temperature down to 12 degrees. Some clouds will be coming in, so we'll see some mostly cloudiness. Winds will be between east and southeast at 7 miles per hour, and we'll see humidity go up to a high 57%. Tomorrow's forecast, it will be 23 degrees with some light snow continuing with the snow trend that we've been seeing. For those of you that like to watch the sunrise, you can stay up and see it at 7:52 a.m. There will be a few winds coming in at south at 8 miles per hour. Tomorrow night's forecast, we will see a drop in the temperature down to 17 degrees. We will still be seeing some snow with a few snow showers. Winds will be coming in at west-southwest 11 miles per hour with a high humidity of 77%. As we can see in the temperatures, over by Bowling Green, it's in the high 20s and low 30s, so it's a little bit warm but a little bit cold. It's December, so hopefully 32 degrees will stick around there. It's not too bad. There's not a lot of snowfall coming in. Over by Genoa, we can see there's a little bit of snowfall, but not a lot. Hopefully it stays away from Bowling Green because we have been seeing a little bit of snow recently. For your 5-day forecast, Friday we'll see some flurries with a high of 23 and a low of 17. Saturday, the sun will make an appearance with a high of 28 and a low of 14. Sunday, we'll see some more clouds come in with a high of 30 and a low of 29. Monday, the snow will go away and turn into rain with a high of 39 and a low of 38. Tuesday, we'll still see rain with a high of 54, which is very warm for this time of the year, and a low of 37 degrees.
Man, it just covers all aspects of weather the next few days, doesn't it? We've got snow and sun and rain.
And I think that's one of the reasons students are getting sick. People are getting sick because of the variation in the weather.
Absolutely. Well, I'm just going to enjoy the snow while we have it because I don't know about you guys, but I just love it. I think it's beautiful, and I want to hold on to it. So that's just me. Thanks, Dale. After a semester of debating, Residence Life, with help from Resident Student Association, has given the thumbs up to gender-neutral housing. This means students interested in living with someone of the opposite sex have the option to do so. Reporter Gemma Schultz tells us how the housing option will be available in one residence hall this fall. She also says that public opinion about gender-neutral housing is still divided.
Students were given the opportunity to vote on the issue before break. Their responses differed on the issue, making for an interesting process.
I'm not so sure how parents would take that actually help, at least freshman-wise. I know my mom probably wouldn't want me living in the same room as some guy that I didn't really know, I guess. But I guess if you're older, it'd be okay.
I think it's a good idea. It's a good opportunity for people who are more comfortable with the opposite sex, and it's something new, and I think since college you can make your own decision if you would rather live opposite sex, same sex. I think it's a good idea.
The idea of gender-neutral housing has been in the works here at BG this past year. A recent RSA vote has deemed the plan official. The housing will be located here in Founders Hall and is said to give students more housing options in years to come.
The purpose of gender-neutral housing at Bowling Green State University is to be able to better accommodate students who may be LGBT, who may be married or have a sibling that they'd like to live with, or any sort of a health concern as well, which could include, for example, like a gastrointestinal, where you may not want to share a public bathroom with someone else.
Gender-neutral transition strives to give students a new housing opportunity here at BGSU. For BG24, I'm Gemma Schultz.
Residence life discourages individuals and romantic relationships from living together. Those interested will have to fill out an additional form when signing up for housing. That form is available at bgsu.edu.
An Ohio school teacher is fighting to keep her job after posting a controversial photo on Facebook. The school board is considering firing middle school teacher Melissa Cairns. She posted a photo of students with duct tape across their mouth. Karen says she posted it as a joke. The school principal asked Cairns to take it down and alerted the parents of the students. Karen says she doesn't think one mistake should cost her her job. The hearing will likely be scheduled in February.
Sportscaster Thomas James joins us now for a look at BG24 Sports.
Thanks, Madeline. Men's basketball faced Kent State yesterday for a Little Mac action. Also, find out when you can catch the track and field team in action. That and more next on BG24 Sports.
It's un-Falcon believable coverage that you won't get anywhere else. This is BG24 Sports.
Welcome to BG24 Sports. I'm Thomas James. First off, let's get into men's basketball. The Falcons took on Kent State yesterday at the Stro. It was a major defensive effort from BG, as they forced the Golden Flashes to shoot a mere 36% from the field. Chauncey Orr led the Falcons with 18 points. The win pushed BG to a 7-11 record and tied in 4th place in the MAC with Kent. The Falcons will take the court again as they make the short trip up to I-75 to face Toledo on Saturday. If you're looking to see the track and field team in action this weekend, you're in luck. The Falcons will host their last home meet of the indoor season. The Tom Wright class begins tomorrow night at the Perry Fieldhouse. Field events are scheduled to start at 5 p.m., running events at 6 p.m. Be sure to go out and support your Falcons. Over to women's hoops. The Falcons host Miami University tonight for an early season MAC matchup. The Red Hawks are predicted to win the MAC, as BG is predicted to come in second. The outcome of this game could change those predictions. Make your way over to the Stro at 7 p.m. for this game. High stakes are on the line. Yesterday on our BG24 Sports Show, Kelly Hart spoke with hockey player Ben Murphy about their recent wins.
First off, I want to talk about the Notre Dame game. They were ranked number 3, so you guys were considered the underdog. What was the team's mindset going into that game?
I think they were confident. We were confident going into it. The guys really wanted to, come in obviously and just really get a win. We had to believe we were going to win, and obviously we did, and we won. So
yeah, you guys definitely got it done. That game also brought you the biggest home crowd of the season. What was it like playing in that sort of atmosphere?
I've never played in more than 500 fans, so to play in front of something like that was surreal, and it really impacts the game.
You guys are traveling to Oxford this weekend to play number 5 Miami. What expectations do you have for these 2 upcoming games on the road against the Red Hawks?
I know that they're a young team, they're a good team, but what we have to do is just go in there, like I said, and just believe we're going to win. Believe we're going to go in there and take care of business, and it'll happen.
Nice interview, Kelly. The entire interview will be available this weekend on BG24news.org. That's all for BG24 Sports. I'm Thomas James. We'll be right back.
Well, it's a good thing we have got a lot of sun going on this weekend, because we've got just so many sports events going on.
Exactly. I mean, I kind of want to go to the men's basketball game against UT on Saturday.
Exactly.
So that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah. I heard the tickets are selling out pretty quick, though, so you probably want to get your tickets.
Where can we buy the tickets from?
You can go to the Stro Center. All BG students can go to the Stro Center and get tickets for the Toledo game, because it is a away game. It's in Toledo. And it's a great game. It's the rival against Toledo Rockets. So.
Absolutely. Are you going to get the whole body paint thing going on?
No, I don't do that.
You're going to do that. I have a feeling. You're going to get so crazy into it.
Maybe just a jersey or something.
There you go.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Just, show some team support.
There you go. We'll have fun.
Thanks. Anyways, for Madeline Fenning, Dale Summers, and Thomas James, I'm Parminder Bunga. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments or story ideas, we're always looking for story ideas.
Absolutely.
Check out our BG24 News website at bg24news.org. Have a safe weekend, everyone. We'll see you next week.